Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into one of history's most fascinating and dramatic love stories. Should I say, love stories, plural. We're talking about King Henry VIII and his 6 wives. The big question on everyone's mind is, out of all of them, who did he truly love the most? Was it the one who gave him a son, the one he defied the Pope for, or the one who was by his side at the very end? Let's unravel this royal mystery together. To understand Henry's heart, we need to understand the man himself. His life can be split into 3 distinct stages: the dashing young prince, the powerful middle-aged monarch, and the ailing, tyrannical old king. Each stage of his life demanded a different kind of love, a different kind of queen. It wasn't just about romance. It was about politics, legacy, and his own evolving needs. So, asking who he loved most is a bit like asking which version of Henry is doing the loving. Let's start with the wife many historians point to as his true love, Jane Seymour. Why Jane? Well, she delivered what Henry craved above all else: a male heir, the future King Edward VI. This was the ultimate prize, the validation of his reign and his manhood. But Jane's story is also a tragic one. She died just 12 days after giving birth, which, in a strange way, immortalized her in Henry's eyes. She never had the chance to disappoint him, to argue with him, or to fall from grace. He remembered her as the perfect wife, the mother of his son. He even requested to be buried next to her, a powerful testament to her special place in his heart. So, if love is defined by fulfilling a king's greatest desire and being forever idealized, Jane is a strong contender. But then, there's the unforgettable, the revolutionary Anne Boleyn. If Jane represents a peaceful, idealized love, Anne represents a passionate, earth-shattering obsession. This was the woman who made Henry VIII do the impossible. For her, he broke away from the Roman Catholic Church, a move that changed the course of English history forever. He waited for years, casting aside his first wife of over 2 decades, all for Anne. He even confessed that she made him the happiest he had ever been. Their relationship was a whirlwind of passion, intellect, and fiery arguments. She wasn't just a consort, she was his equal in wit and ambition. While their love ended in tragedy and her execution, the sheer scale of what Henry sacrificed for her speaks volumes. You don't reshape a kingdom for just anyone. Her memory haunted him, a ghost of a love so powerful it literally tore his world apart. Now, let's fast forward to Henry's later years. He's no longer the athletic prince or the powerful king in his prime. He's old, in constant pain from a leg wound, and increasingly paranoid. The kind of love he needs now isn't about passion or producing heirs, it's about companionship, care, and stability. And this is where his 6th and final wife, Catherine Parr, enters the picture. Catherine was a remarkable woman, a mature widow. She was intelligent, kind, and possessed an incredible ability to navigate the treacherous Tudor court. She wasn't just a wife. She was a nurse to the ailing king and a loving stepmother to his 3 children from 3 different mothers. Think about that for a moment. She brought together Mary, Elizabeth, and Edward, creating a sense of family that had been missing for years. Henry came to rely on Catherine Parr completely. He trusted her not just with his health, but with his kingdom and his legacy. Here's a crucial piece of evidence. When Henry went to war in France, who did he appoint as his regent to rule England in his absence? Catherine Parr. He entrusted her with the ultimate power. Furthermore, she was the only one of his wives he appointed as an executor of his will. This wasn't a gesture of fleeting passion. This was a sign of deep, profound trust and respect. He saw her as a partner, a manager, and his most dependable companion. In his final years, she was the one who brought peace and order to his chaotic life and household. So, who did Henry VIII love the most? As you can see, there's no simple answer. It all depends on how you define love. If love is about idealization and fulfilling a royal duty, the answer is Jane Seymour. She was his perfect queen, frozen in time. If love is a fiery, all-consuming passion that makes you move mountains, or in Henry's case, break from the church, then the answer is Anne Boleyn. She was the great, unforgettable obsession of his life. But if love is defined by trust, companionship, and a deep, quiet reliance in the final chapter of one's life, then the crown has to go to Catherine Parr. She wasn't a victim of his tyranny. She was a survivor. She maintained her own identity, her own intellect, and her own faith. all while managing the most difficult man in England. She didn't just survive Henry, she outlived him and helped shape the future of the monarchy through his children. She was the one who was there at the end, not as a conquest, but as a true partner. In a life full of drama and tragedy, Catherine Parr's story is one of quiet triumph. She proved that sometimes the greatest love isn't the loudest or the most dramatic, but the one that provides comfort and endures until the very end. What do you think? Who gets your vote for Henry's greatest love? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into royal history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.